Alright, and switch over... There it is. Boop! Okay, so on last night's Avalon the FAE stream, we went back to Oxford and we fought against Woodwoes.
Right, you have fun, Daddy.
Was that?
You have fun, Daddy. And Richard, you're gonna follow me, so get the fuck out.
Well, I do want to just mention something here. It's that, oh, shit, what was I gonna mention? Damn it.
Yeah?
No, I actually was gonna mention something, but then I just lost it.
Yeah, it's one of those moments, huh?
Fuck.
It's a daddy moment.
We're getting old.
Oh yeah, basically, as far as that Shantae game goes, I wonder if they're gonna treat it like a spin-off for something like, you know, it's not actually part of the canon, or if they're gonna treat it like a prequel to Risky's Revenge, or if they're gonna treat it like a sequel to whatever, what was the last one? It was Half Genie Hero or something?
Half Genie Hero.
Yeah.
I would guess that it would be... They would probably try to at least stick with the original style it was meant to have, and since it takes place, like, between the original Shantae and Risky's Revenge.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Politics, trending, inflation. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not the only category that's trending in.
I mean, you said it, not me.
And one last thing, fuck one of my neighbors. She hates pigeons so much she ordered to block off this little section that the pigeons were nesting in her roof, and she demanded for the babies to be taken out as well. So my other neighbors tried to like take care of the baby pigeons. Unfortunately, one passed away. The other, if it's still alive, I'm taking it to work with me.
Alright. Alright, cutscene time.
Alright, have fun, Daddy. Richard, get the fuck out.
Yeah, you first. I'll follow. After about an hour. Wow, she left and didn't even see it. Alright, anyway, I'll see you.
Alright, take it easy. Alright. Woodrose's army is on the run. The battle is over. All non-combatants can come out from hiding. All medics assemble at the main gate. Any enemy soldiers who surrendered peacefully will be taken to the site of our future western residential district. Those who wish for a visit, please speak to Kenwood Brigade. I repeat, Woodrose's army is on the run. Victory is ours. Whew. It wasn't easy, but we made it. Yes, somehow. Thank goodness everyone is okay. No, wait! Everyone's not okay! Percival still hasn't moved since he collapsed. We have to treat him right away. Gareth! Gareth! Could you bring Red Rabbit over here now? We have to hurry to Percival. Woodwose died in battle. Around 20% of the Fang Clan attackers have surrendered, and are now POWs of the Round Table Army. The rest fled toward Oxford. Without Woodwolves to leave them, I doubt the Fang Clan will continue to function as an army. We made it past our second big obstacle, though not without sacrifice. I'd say that takes care of most of the obstacles here in the south. What do you think, Count? I'd say so. I think we have enough of a foundation here to make a move on Camelot if we have to. Artoria's rung 2 bells, and with her companions she defeated Woodwolves. And most importantly, it's wonderful how she didn't mistreat the Fang Clan after winning. She didn't pursue the fairies who fled, and she's treating those who surrendered with care and respect. She truly embodies the Round Table Army's vision. A world where humans and fairies can coexist in peace, free from the Queen's oppressive regime. I'd say this puts the Child of Prophecy on, at minimum, equal moral footing with the Queen. That's right. We have no desire to kill all fairies. We had no choice but to fight Woodwoe, since he aligned himself with the Queen, but the Fang clan is still essential for keeping Britain safe. I can't imagine Norwich is the last we'll see of the Great Calamity, and no matter how strong they may be, the Tomlin are still just individuals. If there's going to be a large outbreak of Moors, then we'll need the Fang clan to combat them. So once the Round Table Army regroups and officially occupies Oxford... Indeed. The question is, who will lead the Fang clan? Percival would be the best choice if he hadn't been the one to kill Woodwoe. The Fang clan won't follow him now. Lord Boggart, who was banished to Sheffield, would have been a good choice too if he were still alive. Well, don't you worry. I'll find someone who can fill the position. After all, Artoria is now the Child of Prophecy who will defeat the Queen in both name and deed. So we're only going to get more supporters, and not just from Norwich and Salisbury. All we have to do is find a natural leader who's familiar with the Fang clan from among them. No, the real question is what comes next. We may no longer have to worry about being backstabbed, but we do need to decide whether to march on Camelot or go ring the other bells. You do have to weigh your options very carefully when you're only working with half an army. In the Round Table Army medical tent. I can hear the rain. It's 2013. I still live in the Salisbury Cathedral rearing house. It's my birthday. It's a happy day. Today I was chosen from among many other candidates who wield the spear of selection. It's the day the Mirror Clan, who predicted the advent of the Child of Prophecy, disappeared from Britain. And it's the day the person I love most despaired over the thing she loves most. Sorry to keep you waiting, Lady Artoria. Don't worry, I have good news. Hey, Drake. Middle of a cutscene, so... yeah. Don't worry.
Good thing I didn't hop in before then, because I just sneezed about 25 fucking times.
Allergies kicked in?
Either allergies or I have a head cold.
Could be worse. Both. Anyway. Don't worry, I have good news. Commander Percival has regained consciousness. He's recovered at an incredible rate. In fact, he says he's as good as new. He really has reached the limits of human ability. Anyway, when I told him you'd like to see him, he asked me to let you in right away. Oh, thank goodness. He really had me worried for a while. That's great. Let's go celebrate our victory. Yeah! He deserves all the credit in the world for securing the Round Table Army's victory. Thank you for coming all this way, Artoria, Silver Shinobi. Soldiers already told me what happened after I collapsed. I'm so relieved the battle ended almost right afterward, with no more loss of life. The Round Table Army did a great job living up to our ideals. We may even still be able to make peace with the Fang clan. Is something wrong? Why do you both look so shocked? Okay. He looks like, from that recent anime version of Voltron. The guy that led the Black Lion. I think his name was Shiro.
I don't know.
But I remember he had like black hair, but a tuft of his hair was white in front. Oh gosh, you're not worried I'm a ghost or a Nightcall or something, are you? Come on, you know we humans don't stick around like that once we die. I'm perfectly fine, as you can see. Really, when you get right down to it, my sturdiness is all I have going for me. It's not that. You don't look perfectly fine at all. What happened to your hair? Huh? What about my hair? John was here for a little bit while I was going through the cutscene.
Yeah, he hopped back in and then hopped back out.
Yeah. All those cheers I'm hearing throughout the city must mean the Round Table Army won. Now that all of Salisbury is firmly on the Child of Prophecy side, I can openly welcome Artoria anytime. I do feel a little bad about Woodwose, though. I know I accepted Oberon's request to keep him occupied while the Round Table Army advanced on Norwich, but I can't help but wonder if maybe I went too far. Still, he was just so cute, being all shy, that I couldn't help myself. It's not your fault, Aurora. Woodwose lost because he wasn't strong enough, that's all. He took Morgan's faith in him at face value, to a fault. He was also overconfident in his power as an A-ray. He should have taken the humans more seriously. Now, my darling. Even if it is just the two of us here, you still mustn't speak ill of the Queen. The Wind Clan's ears aren't just for show. You never know who might be listening. You're right. I'm sure Coral would give me an earful if she heard me. Where is she now, anyway? Isn't she your right hand? Coral went out to greet the envoy from Gloucester. It seems Mirian has a special message for me. I can't wait to hear it. Mirian's always been on the top of the hottest trends, after all. She must be planning a very special event to commemorate the Child of Prophecy's victory. What about you, Aurora? Are you going to accept Mirian's invitation? Well, of course. Mirian is one of my dearest friends. I'll always be there for her. You'll come with me too, won't you? I couldn't possibly go without my knight. Good point. I can't let you fend for yourself in Gloucester. Oh, goody. Then we'll have to find a lovely new outfit for you. Your usual armor would positively terrify the other fairies. What about this dress? Or maybe this one? I can't wait to see how adorable you'll be. Goodness me, you really haven't changed a bit since we first met. You're my precious treasure, the most darling princess in all of Britain. I love you so much, redacted. Thank you, Aurora, but you're wrong. You're the most beautiful being in the world. Remember, I am your knight. I exist only to serve you, not Morgan. You're right. That's true, isn't it? I'm so delighted to hear you say that. But you really shouldn't say such things. You're misunderstood enough as it is. Britain is about to enter an age centered on the Child of Prophecy. You can't say I'm the most anything. Please, dear one, don't back the wrong horse here, especially not when Morgan's reign is near its end. None of that matters to me. You are my only star, Aurora. I don't know anything about fairy trends or authority, and I don't need to. As long as you're all right, that's all I... Oh, you really are still a child, aren't you? But then again, that might make you the purest judge of the Child of Prophecy's character. Please, redacted. I'd love to know your thoughts. Do you think the Child of Prophecy will truly shine brighter than anyone else in Britain, like the prophecy says? Lady Knocknaria, you've received an invitation to a ball from Mirian of Gloucester. What would you like to do? Huh? She wants to throw a ball now, of all times? Ah, I see. She just wants to toy with the Child of Prophecy. She's still just as nasty as ever, I see. Tell her the King clan will not be attending. Besides, do you really think I'd be caught dead in a city full of humans? Understood, milady. Milady, we have a report from the soldiers who have been monitoring the south. The Round Table Army and the Child of Prophecy have defeated Woodwose and his army. The Round Table Army lost a fifth of their forces, but they've also been getting more than enough new recruits to make up for that. We expect them to finish training the new troops and go on the advance in about a week. I see. So Woodwose was all bark and no bite after all. Alright, if nothing else, this means one of Camelot's walls has fallen. Tell the other officers we'll be crossing the southern border as soon as the giant corps finishes training. Woohoo! Pardon me, milady. But I just can't contain my excitement. At long last, we're about to march on Camelot. We're just getting things ready. This plan has been in the works for 1,000 years since the last of the King clan put it in place. Make sure neither you nor the other officers get ahead of yourselves. Though, of course, if you're eager for a punishment that's simply out of this world, I won't stop you. Just make sure you're ready to be turned into chocolate and skewered on my stiletto heels for at least 1,000 years first. Understood, milady. Not a single one of the northern fairies will make a move until you say so. So, those kids really beat Woodwose, huh? Morgan's most powerful guard, the A-Ray who defeated the King of Moors and who is way more trouble than the Tom Lin. Nice job. I'm actually impressed. That's the kind of competition I'm looking for, Artoria. If you're going to compete with me for the throne, you have to be able to make a good fight of it. I'm back, Lady Miriam. Did anything happen while I was gone? Oh, yes. Preparations for the ball are coming along nicely. In fact, I just sent out the invitations. What about you? Were you able to handle the job even on such short notice? But of course, I haven't let my true colors show like that since Olympus. Between the bone crunching, the screams of terror, and their abject despair, I enjoyed myself immensely. Of course, it also seems Lord Woodwose is no longer with us as a result, but that's hardly my concern. I'm sure the Child of Prophecy and the Chaldeans came through just like they always do. Much as I loathe this expression, it certainly does seem that a cornered rat will bite the cat. At any rate, are you quite sure you're okay with this? That's another clan leader gone for good. True. It's too bad about Woodwose. I never thought he'd die in battle against humans, of all things. But the Fang clan is still alive and well. If the stragglers are hiding in Oxford, they won't be so quick to join the Round Table Army. They need time to regroup, so I'm going to give it to them. Britain's guardians, the Fang clan, the one deterrent that will free us from relying on the Queen, is mine. I'm not going to let the Child of Prophecy have them, much less an outsider from who knows where. Then, would you mind if I took a leave of absence for the time being? I've been very curious to follow up on the lead Lord Oberon gave me about the dragon remains, you see. I do mind, but I also understand. I would have liked to talk with you more, but that's really not why you came to Britain, is it? So as your friend, I won't try to stop you. Good luck on your search. Still, do try to come back as soon as you can, okay? I can't wait to hear all the horribly good news. But of course, I always make it a point never to waste my time. You can't kill me. You can't kill me. Who the hell do you think I am? I'm the son of Grand Duke Waste Heat Rhynek. I'm the warrior who defeated the King of Moors in the war. I'm the pride of the clan that has protected Britain alongside High Queen Morgan longer than anyone. There's no way I could be defeated in a trifling battle like that. My wound. My wound refuses to close. That insolent Percival. No, it wasn't just him. That fairy girl is responsible for this. How did her lance manage to pierce me? The only possible explanation is... No, it's not just that. Red Rabbit, Aurora's escort. If he's allied with the Round Table Army, then... You deserve better, Woodrose. As the High Queen's personal guard, you've seen it for yourself, right? High Queen Morgan has changed over the last 2 millennia. First, she brought in the Tomlin. Then she adopted a fairy girl from who knows what clan. And now she's chosen an outsider, and a human at that, as her husband. Personally, I've always thought you would be a perfect partner for her. Now I feel like such a fool for stepping back to let your relationship with her flourish. Aurora, do you really mean that? I always thought you despised me. Oh, silly. Why would I ever despise you? You're a hero. You saved Britain from disaster countless times. Of everyone in the 6 clans, you're the closest to the primordial fairies. There's not a fairy out there who doesn't admire you. But you swore loyalty to the High Queen. It wouldn't be right for a fairy like myself to come between you and Her Majesty. Still, I never stopped thinking of you as the one who has truly kept Britain safe all these years. I don't know what Ainsel was thinking with that prophecy. It can't possibly be true. The true King of Britain is neither High Queen Morgan nor the Child of Prophecy. It's you, Woodrose. You're the one who truly deserves to be our king. No. No, that can't be. Aurora of all fairies would never betray me. Red Rabbit must have gone over to the enemy side on his own. Yes. Yes, he always was an odd one. That's it. I can go to Salisbury. I'm sure Aurora will put me up there. Now that I've been defeated, I'm sure Oxford will soon be occupied. But once I've recovered from my wounds, I'll go right back there and give the Round Table Army the thrashing they deserve. I am Woodrose, head of the Fang clan, and the strongest warrior in all of Britain. We don't need the Tomlin. If I kill them all myself, High Queen Morgan will see that I'm the one to... Oh, please, that's never going to happen, Woodrose. What kind of chick do you think's gonna take you in after you had your ass handed to you this miserably? Beryl Goot, what are you doing here? Have you come to laugh at me? What, you think I have time for that? I swear, you've got muscles for days, but nothing between your ears. That right there is why Morgan lost all faith in you. When are you gonna get it through your thick skull that you're yesterday's news? What are you saying, you bastard? No. Never mind. Shut up. Just shut up. You're wrong. Her Majesty would never... you still don't get it? Here. Let me spell it out for you why Percival was able to sneak up on your forces. The High Queen never sent any reinforcements. An overgrown mutt who can't do what he's told and goes sniffing around other women is an obstacle, not an asset. You were cut loose just like the Round Table Army. Stop it. Stop it. Her Majesty would... She would never. Now, Tristan, do it. You got it.
The more I see this girl, the more I want to rip the flesh off his body.
Alright. Way to go, Lady Spinal. That was perfect. I knew you had the makings of a witch in you. You pulled off my granny's old curse like it was nothing. Really? I'm glad to hear that, but also kind of... not? Whatever I just did, it felt super gross. I don't think I want to do that again. Don't worry, you can't. It was a secret art. You can only cast it once in a lifetime. Because casting it literally rots your soul. If you want to try it out, best to let someone else do it. Now here, let me have that, princess. It's still beating pretty strong, right? That's not the kind of thing you should be carrying around with your beautiful fingers. Okay. I really like the way this thing feels, but if you insist. What is it, anyway? Was his liver or something? Something like that. Remember when I told you about how proper human history witches could turn into animals? There's a lot of pieces that go into that spell, and it's not the kind of thing you can cast in a day. But where there's a will, there's a faster way. Like so. It's not easy collecting and eating the parts of the creatures you want to become, but it's definitely the quickest way.
Must keep fingers in check.
暑さ対策はきちんとされていますか？
Alright.
小さなことからも。
Getting a lot of Hellfires of Wisdom lately.
ようこそレオナ。
Yeah, I've got like 45 of them right now.
Consider them.
Let me see.
Trying to be rude, I'm trying to keep my anger around a certain someone in check. Oh.
Around a certain someone in chat.
Freaking him.
What are you on about?
I just saw the thing that was posted in the Super Smash Brothers chat.
Ah.
I'm gonna want to buff up my golden boy, so
I mean, I would say that they know what they like, but I don't know what that thing is, judging by those 4 picks.
I think they were just horny on main. Then again, French.
我ながらいい調
If
整
there's
だ。
ever a country that's known for being horny on Maine, it is France.
It is indeed France.
And Spain, to a lesser degree.
Spain?
Because Spanish is also a romance language.
Ah, fair point.
Yeah, Wiggler being in Mario Kart 8, that is basically my mood when it comes to barrel.
Oh, that
Red and fuming.
that one mini game that's basically a reskin of Bowser's Big Blast.
Yeah. Not exactly what I was going for here, but
Well,
let's go.
there's this one particular mini game where it's like basically you're trying to give Wiggler as many head pats as you can without waking him up, because if you wake him up, it gets angry.
I wake him up, he gets angry. But yeah, Thief deserves a much better class of man than that freaking asshole.
そろそろ
Alright.
クエストに戻る？
Mate, that's
Alright, another fragment, so we're following MASH for a little. Esk the Savior, Ector the Hard-Headed Black Knight, Totorot the Tamlin, and Mash the Mysterious Shield Knight, who claim to have come from 2,400 years in the future. Together, these 4 companions traveled the land of Britain, now free of clan warfare, as they made their way towards the pit. The year was FAE era 400, about 6 months before the coronation was to be held at Londinium. So you haven't actually been reborn several times then, Esk? You've just been alive for a really long time? That's right. Whenever I banished a calamity, I'd always hide out in a cave and rest in a coffin for a while. Let's see, I think I'd usually sleep for about 20 years or so. Anyway, disappearing like that, it's no wonder everyone thought I'd died in the fight. So, why would you hide away from everyone like that? Wouldn't they want to shower you with gratitude for saving them from a calamity? No, they wouldn't. I'm a caster, the one who channels the voice of paradise. Most fairies in Britain hate everything about me. If I'd stuck around after banishing a calamity, I would inevitably end up being the cause of conflict myself. So I decided to hibernate while I left the clan's leaders handle the post-calamity politics. Hibernate? As in literally sleeping all winter while there isn't enough food to go around? That's right. Plus, it was a great way to recover the magical energy I spent banishing the calamities. But I won't have to do that this time. Things are going to change in Britain now that Uther's going to be king. This will no longer be a world where people kill each other for no reason. The fact that you said in the future it's the era of the High Queen is proof that the world must have changed. Well, I guess that's true. The fairy Britain I knew was ruled by a single monarch, but still. Are things really that terrible in Britain right now, Esk? I know you said the clans were always fighting, but I just can't imagine that all fairies would be so aggressive. There's only so much land in Britain. These days there's enough for each clan to have their own territory, but that wasn't always the case. The land of Britain is very literally made from and built upon the bodies of dead fairies. It only took the form it has now at the cost of thousands of fairies being killed every day in constant warfare. So the very conflict the clans fought over the limited land in this world created more land to live upon. For that reason, hating and killing other clans became not just accepted, but encouraged. Had it not been, Britain would still be as small today as it once was. So I've always tried to just prevent the calamities from wiping everyone out while doing my best to stay away from the clan wars. I see. Totterod also told me how the Isle of Britain is made from the bodies of dead fairies. I suppose I can see how that might make waging war to expand the livable territory here necessary, but why is it that Britain was small in the first place? In the world I originally came from, the Isle of Britain was much bigger than this. I can only imagine something strange must have happened long ago that made it necessary to rebuild the land with fairy corpses. Yes, I've wondered the same thing myself. Why did Britain end up like this? But I was only born 3,600 years ago. I guess that would be FAE era 4000 from your perspective. And nobody ever taught me anything about what happened in FAE era 12,000, when Britain first came into existence. FAE era 12,000? That's about the same time Olympus diverged from proper human history. Then does that mean there's no British history that goes back further? Are there really only 12,000 years of FAE era and that's it? Yes, that I'm sure about. The records at Orkney said as much. In the beginning there was only the ocean, 6 fairies, a shrine maiden, and a beast. No. How many times do I have to tell you? If you want to dye it yellow, you use onion skins. If you want to prevent the colors from fading, you use salt. Boil some water, dissolve the salt, then soak the clothes. We went over this yesterday. If you're not going to do it properly, then don't bother doing it at all. Just stick to tying enemies up. How did it go again? How do you use yarn again? How do you get cotton to look nice again? I don't know. I just don't know. Why am I like this? Why can't I do these simple things? Todorot, are you still up? What? Yeah, I'm up. I'm on guard duty tonight. I wasn't just practicing stuff or anything. Now, what are you still doing up? Go back to sleep. We're going to the pit tomorrow, remember? Practice? So you're not just picking up all these tools scattered on the ground? Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I have it all wrong, don't I? Let's see, I'm guessing you're in the middle of sewing something, right? That's right. I'm making Ace's coronation gown. She told the humans at the castle that she didn't need one for herself, so I thought I'd make her one. Sewing's the only thing I've never been any good at. But I just can't do it. I've been trying for months, and I'm no closer than when I started. 2 or 3 days after I hear something, I just forget it entirely. I can't do anything except stuff I was born knowing how to do. Black Knight says all I have to worry about is fighting. But ever since I saw those beautiful gowns at the palace, there's been this kind of ache in my chest. I keep feeling sad and just wanting to cry for no reason. It feels like I'm missing something important, something I need to feel whole. So I thought maybe if I could make clothes like human tailors can, I could figure out what it is. But I'm just too stupid. No matter how many times someone teaches me something, I can never learn anything new. I don't know why I'm like this, but I still want to try making clothes. Honestly, I'd much rather do that than fight. Todorot. Well, how about you try keeping a diary? Everybody forgets things sometimes, but writing can help with that. It can be just like taking notes. All you have to do is write what you want to remember. I know because I keep a diary too. If you like, I'd be glad to share my tips and tricks every day. But I don't know how to write. And even if I tried to learn, I'd just forget that too. That's okay. I don't know how to read or write in FAE either. But we can study together. Don't worry, Todorot. Even if your mind forgets how to write, your body can be trained to remember for you. The very fact that we're conversing right now shows that you're able to hold a thought in your head and put it into words. So if you can do that, you can absolutely put your thoughts into written words, too. I promise you that's something you were born knowing how to do, just like your other skills. Ah! So this is the pit. Makes sense that Camelot wouldn't be built here yet. Are you really going down there, Ace? I'm against this. It's creepy. It's quite safe, Todorot. There are no Moors near the pit, and all the other fairies always keep their distance. We won't have to worry about being attacked by anyone from the anti-Londinium faction here. All you have to do is keep hold of your thread while I reinforce it with magecraft. And all Mash has to do is hold on tight so she doesn't fall to the bottom. Me? You want Mash to go down there? Then I'm going too. It's not fair to make her go by herself. I'm afraid you have to be up here, Todorot. There's no one else who can raise or lower the thread, after all. Oh, right. But then what do we do? It's okay, Todorot. This did come as a surprise, but I'll be fine. I've investigated old ruins like this a number of times before. And I know your thread is just as strong as a solid wire rope. So you don't have to worry about me. I promise I'll come back safe. So just watch over me from there. Okay, got it. You're really brave, aren't you, Mash? Okay, Mash, come this way, please. We'll tie one thread around your waist as a lifeline and make a foothold with the other thread so you can stand. There, that should do it. We should be able to talk to each other through the thread too, so if you sense any danger, all you have to do is yell. Should the foothold thread come loose, we, by which I mean Hector, will pull you back up with the lifeline as fast as we can. My enchantment will let Todorot extend her thread up to 8 kilometers, but you don't have to go all the way down to the bottom. All you have to do is reach a point where you can tell how deep the pit is and what lies at its bottom. Remember, you're only there to look around, okay? Obviously. The only one of us thinking of doing more than just looking is you. One of these days, you really need to learn to stop attacking dangerous things the moment you see them. You're lucky you have me and Reineck. Nobody else could handle your so-called strategies. He's right. I didn't figure this out until Mash showed up, but it's true. You take way too many risks, Ace. Not to mention, you're totally merciless towards our enemies. Oh, don't be silly. I'm just keeping things fresh. Still, I will admit that I've been leaning on you all more than I should. After all, you always help me make it through even the toughest battles with a smile. I felt like giving up so many times. If not for all of you, I never would have made it this far. Okay, I'll be back soon. I'm counting on you to help me navigate, Isk. I've been going down for 60 minutes so far. I'm 7 kilometers down now. Still no changes in scale. No signs of life. Although... is this... ash? It's billowing up from the bottom of the pit. So this must be where the ash I sometimes see in Fairy Britain's atmosphere comes from. And if there's ash, there must be something burning. I wonder what could be down here. I wasn't expecting it to be this deep. Can you still not see the bottom, Ash? Must be pitch black down there now, no? Are you okay? Are you cold? I can't see any light from the surface anymore, but it's actually fairly warm. That said, it feels like the air is getting heavier the further down I go. I'm only able to breathe thanks to Galahad's protections. 7,400 meters, 75. Still no change in the pit. Can you extend the thread any further, Isk? I won't be able to see what's going on unless I... Wait. I can see something down below. There's a red light. It almost looks like fire... What's that sound? What's going on, Isk? Mash, get out of the foothold! Thread's being corrupted! Fatal surge of magical elements is coming up from below! No way. There's enough cursed energy here in this lost belt to cover all of Britain. No, the entire planet! That place down there isn't of this world. Don't look it in the eye or you'll... Mash? Mash? Oh no, she's lost consciousness. Get her out of there, Actor! Can't believe it. That thing at the bottom, it's... Kernonos! But why? What's an ancient Celtic god's corpse doing at the bottom of the pit? Mash, you're awake! Oh, finally! Damn it, Mash, you scared me to death! Totoro, please calm down. Let me see. The last thing I remember, I was going down the pit and... I'm so sorry, Mash. I was obviously being reckless, and you nearly paid the price for that. You're in Salisbury's great cathedral now. We brought you here after you lost consciousness. Your whole body was covered with a horrific curse when we pulled you out of the pit. My magecraft alone wasn't strong enough to remove it, but with this land's cleansing power, and the power of the Wind Clan, I was finally able to dispel it. Now I remember. I fainted when I saw that fire. Thank you so much for saving me, Isk. I'm the one who should be apologizing. I caused this. As for the fire at the bottom of the pit, that can wait until later. That's something we'll probably need to spend 10, 20, no, more like 200 years resolving. I'm just glad we know what's down there now. Thank you for helping us, Mash. Once Britain has been officially unified, I'll talk to Uther about possible solutions for what's in the pit. Is that all you have to say, Isk? Mash almost died, you know. I know, but there's nothing else I can possibly do to make this up to Mash right now. I haven't ever studied any magecraft that could send her back to the future. Oh no, please don't worry about me. I was interested in what was at the bottom of the pit, too. In Fairy Britain, people just treat the pit as something that's always been there. But when you think about it for even 2 seconds, it's obviously strange that there's a giant hole in the middle of the island. I honestly thought it was weird that nobody investigated it in all this time. So, the pit's still around in the future? Nobody ever filled it in? Well, given how deep it is, I'm not surprised. For all we know, it may even be bottomless. And since, unlike the Spear of Selection, it doesn't seem like something that could be sealed away, I don't think we have much choice but to keep an eye on it for a while. Huh? The Spear of Selection? Do you mean the Staff of Selection? Now that you mention it, I'm surprised you don't have the Staff of Selection, despite being this land's savior, Ask. Did you lose it somewhere? I haven't heard of this Staff of Selection, but no, I don't have the Spear of Selection any longer. The implements of selection came to Britain along with me when I first washed up here on my homeland. But I'm afraid my feelings corrupted them, making them unsuitable. So I had them sealed away inside this cathedral. Man, what a waste. The Garden and Spear used to be Ask's trump cards. Garden was a bounded field that could trap nightmares, and the Spear was a weapon that could admonish any fairy it touched. But then during the last calamity, the fairies behaved so badly that Ace got super mad at them. And that caused the nature of the Spear to turn away from what it should be. If you don't mind my asking, could you tell me what makes these weapons so... Just a second. Turned out a stand just fell over the next room. Alright.
Which stand, though?
It was just like one of the kind of like table stands.
The table had a stand?
Smartass.
Moving on.
Even while ill, I still have to snark.
Anyway. If you don't mind my asking, could you tell me what makes these weapons so, unsuitable? How can I put this? The Spear itself is still as strong as ever, but when it turned, its restraints were removed, and its capability to recharge kind of went haywire. Basically, the Spear of Selection no longer uses its wielder's magical energy to power its attacks. Now it does so by feeding on the life force, well, the youth, really, of its wielder. So I just had a dumb question about that.
What?
What if Benjamin Button were to use it?
No comment.
Because Benjamin Button was the one that was able to like age backwards. As he was really young, he looked like an old man, and as he grew older, he became more youthful in appearance. Anyway. Gloucester 2. Alright. Seems everything's back to normal at Londinium. Good morning. Sorry to call you all here so early when I know you're still exhausted from yesterday's battle, but I'm afraid this couldn't wait. Last night, Artoria and Silver Shinobi received invitations from Lady Murian of Gloucester to attend Ferium, a fairy ball she'll be holding soon. So we've been invited to a fairy ball? Never mind that, Percival. How are you doing? Me? Oh, don't worry, I'm fine. My hair is the only thing different about me. In fact, I'm actually happy about this. Makes me look distinguished. I always admired the Count's dashing hairstyle, so now I feel like I can hold my own, at least a little. Oops. I'm sorry. That just slipped out. Oh, come on, Percival. You're not a child anymore. Anyway, we still need to decide what to do about Lady Murian's invitation. Holding a ball now, huh? She's up to something, that much is for sure. Hang on, you said this fairy ball is called Ferium. What exactly is that, anyway? Allow me to explain. I've always wanted to go to a ball, so I know all about them. Ferium, a moonlit gala that every fairy in Britain dreams of attending. Every fairy who has done something impressive that year, like clan heads, is invited to speak about and be celebrated for their accomplishments. Attendees get to enjoy never-before-seen scenery, never-before-eaten cuisine, never-before-heard music. And then to cap it all off, they decide on the Fairy of the Year, the one who stands atop fairy society and shines more brightly than any other. Isn't that right, Altoria? There's not a fairy in Britain who doesn't dream of attending Ferium, right? I guess? Maybe? I suppose there was a time I dreamed about it myself. Wait, does this mean we're going? Because I was kind of hoping I'd never have to go to another Ferium if I could help it. Right, this is our chance to ring another bell. Yeah, that's definitely what Miriam has in mind with this invitation. Though I still don't know why she's giving us this opportunity. That's right, this is Miriam's way of making her intentions known to both the Queen and the Child of Prophecy. It makes perfect sense that the Lord of Gloucester would hold a ball from time to time. That goes double for one with a long storied history like Ferium. Though of course Artoria and Silver Shinobi will hardly be her only guests. I doubt Morgan will step away from her throne, but she'll most certainly send a delegation. At minimum, Tristan and Lancelot will be among them. Right, of course. Lancelot always wins Fairy of the Year. That little blue bitch, huh? I'd love a little payback while we're there, but Gloucester is bound by Miriam's rules. So no one from any faction can fight at this ball, right? That's right, which makes this a perfect opportunity. Under ordinary circumstances, we'd never be allowed into Gloucester now that we've defied the Queen by ringing 2 bells and defeating Woodwells. But for this occasion, we could proudly attend the ball as distinguished guests. And once we're inside, well, sneaking around and finding secret rooms is what you do best, right, Artoria? Yeah, I knew it. Time to finally put those shady spells of yours to good use. Did you have to say it like that? Then it's settled. I'll ready a carriage right away. The ball is being held tonight, so we'll need to hurry if we're going to make it to Gloucester by evening. What was Miriam thinking? Yeah, hell of a commute. Huh. We've got an Avenger to deal with. Avengers and Berserkers.
Something tells me we got more than the half.
Probably along the way, yeah.
I want me to be right. I want me to be right. Ow.
I think I'll go ahead and grab a ruler.
I don't think that's a good idea, man.
Ruler. I meant moon cancer.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah, brain fart.
Oh, fuck. Damn it, Silver. Love you, bud, but that you almost did a lapse of judgment without me.
Hey, you've had your lost brain cell moments too, right? Especially lately.
You need to remind me.
I kind of have to.
Well, I had one when I was in Nashville back when I returned to FGO when I was in an assassin against a caster like an idiot. Although in my defense, I didn't have my glasses on at the time, so...
Oh, just a second. There we go. All right. Where was I? Yeah. Let's see. I'll go ahead and grab some foreigners. Let's get Summer, Abby, and Voyager out there in the front for crowd control.
Good call, considering Dreamlands and Pale Blue Dot are AoE.
Yep. I think I'll also get Hokusai and Idol X alter.
Again, 36 views of Mount Fuji and Idol X's MPs are AoE.
And I think I'll trade out Angra Mainyu for Moon Cancer Kiara. I'll have
I'll be
to.
hopping out of the call. See you guys.
Alright, take it easy.
Using AoE to clean out. Using the AoEs to clean out large chunks of enemies. Good stuff, Silver. Good stuff.
Oh, but I have to worry about the craft essences.
Oh, yeah, but they're yeah.
You know what? There. That'll have to do for now. Wait,
All right.
did it? Oh, because I clicked back instead of OK. Alright. I gotta remember to think of it like that. Okay, I think this will do. Let's go.
Took care of all the music, so I'm almost done with the Steam side of things.
Alright, let's see. Boo. That reminds me, maybe when I've done that caster run of Fate Extra, I could probably do Triple C sometime.
You sure you want to do that?
let's see.
Like, are you positive you want to do that, buddy?
Well, I mean, not right away.
I get that, but... Ay, ay, ay. I'm more worried about which POS, cause...
Oh, fair point. Fair point.
Yeah. The less said about that, the better. Just saying. Just saying, Silver.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and get some charge for Voyager.
Or the boy.
The boy.
So, in terms of finding stuff to come from the fairies, I've been getting all these Pokemon trainers, like these big names, like you, and it's got me wondering.
Yeah.
How the heck do Morgan and I do it? Like, Morgan, I get. She's basically the head honcho of the whole place. Not that it matters to her, considering a certain asshole tried to rig her up when
Easy.
I was there.
Easy.
Sorry. I'm gonna see that bastard is really needed. Woo!
Right, I forgot that Voyager's Voyager of the Stars also applies debuff immune.
Would be good to know. Well, it's good to know.
Yeah.
In the event that I do get Voyager.
Oh yeah. Actually, I think I have a solution for the TOS issue for Triple C.
What about it?
Depending on like when it comes up on the screen, I could just put like a black box over the screen or just switch to a different screen like, okay, this is fun time.
Not a bad idea.
Kind of like just suddenly we have that technical difficulties screen from The Simpsons.
But replace the drunken guy with Silver.
Silver yelling at a couple of rookies like, we can't show this!
Whereas I'm just in the background, you know, channeling Da Vinci and the fake granddaughter anime, like,
Just sipping that cup of coffee.
or rather a cup of Fiji water, or rather a cup of water.
Let's see.
A lot of movies I need to sit through. Now that I think about it, I have a lot of stuff to sift through, period.
Alright, let's see. Do.
Jeez Louise.
Okay, 2 large Moors and their Avenger class.
See? But you got a couple of moon cancers that are AoE, right?
Yep.
Should be as easy as. I would say the Falcons not Falcons holding a 25-point lead, but me and the entire city of Atlanta are on the outs due to a 28-3 joke.
I was expecting you to say easy as pie, and then I would be like, have you ever tried making a pie? It's actually pretty fucking difficult.
You really thought I was gonna fall for that one? Hold on.
Let's see. Yeah, if I do this. And then. Yeah, I played that one gotcha game. Ganesh Impact.
おしまいにしていくわバラの香りガネーシャさんは私にもっと輝けと囁いている商売繁盛待ったなし今伝説
Pink elephant on parade, here they come, hippity hoppity.
来世から本気出させて僕は導く人の夢人の望み届けようすべて遠き星の空へいつか僕へたどり着くペイルブルードット70、700の夢の木座橋天行き交う星々の帆船雲の帳の摩天楼猫くつろぎし呪力神々の宮凍てつく荒野の絶景探索の虎は解放しその戸口を
Sorry about that.
Happy happy!
The pancake monster, man.
The pancake monster.
Yeah, and his worst nightmare personified. I feel bad for Remy, really. He has to cook all this stuff for the newcomers.
He knew what he signed up for, being the cook.
I get that, but you'd think. Wait, I just realized. I also feel bad for Rook.
Yep. Alright, let's...
Oh, those poor bastards. York, Woodrose, and his culinary expertise. I feel bad for those four.
Right, let's go ahead and mass hysteria. Phew. Oops, didn't mean to click that. I am trying to...
Although Arceus is probably sitting, although Arceus is probably wondering why the heck he's even in Fairy Britain.
Alright, let me go ahead.
He's the god of all Pokemon, so...
Yeah. Let me go ahead, target that one.
知ってたわ後で美味しくいただくっすよツインルバイするよそうね
They just need to tag. Okay, Voyager has a full meter now.
Alright. You know, I was gonna have, yeah. So, in my run of part 3, not only did Morgan manage to pack up Farrell's guts, basically laying her own claim to me, of all people,
Yeah.
but she also packed up Oberon.
That's pretty powerful.
Yeah. And you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way.
Okay, now I just need to take care of this last wars and be done with it.
You know, Silver, you can say what you will about me having my brain fart moments, but you gotta admit, I've got to be the luckiest bastard out of every master of Chaldea here.
Even a broken clock is right twice a day. You have your moments just as you have your moments.
Like, not realizing that that Morgan scoured a few more bits of help on the FAE dunking front. Because I'm so focused on King cooking up his own take on Power Rangers that, ugh.
Here we go, cutscene.
Lord.
Cutscene. Whew! We made it. Our second time in Gloucester. Red Rabbit and Percival were waiting outside the city limits, so we don't have to worry about them. But unfortunately, we only have 2 invitations. One for Artoria and one for Silver Shinobi. And each invitation only allows for a single +1, so who should go with them?
Sorry about that. My phone went off.
Da Vinci and I make the most sense. We've both met Miriam. Having you around would be helpful, since words hit harder than swords here. But knowing you, I'm also sure you'll have no problem sneaking in anyway. Naturally. I'm flattered by your trust, Muramasa. I know a number of Gloucester's fair ladies, so I'm sure I can find one in need of a kingly companion. Fine with me. You guys have fun. I'm just gonna spend some time in the city. Damn. I just realized this means I won't get to go to the ball after all. But that's okay. That just means I have a great opportunity to visit the Count's shop. Come with me, Happy Cat. Count Pepperon gave me a letter of introduction to his shop here when we left Londinium. He even said we should go and have a good time together. He's so considerate, don't you think? Oh, the Count's store, huh? I guess that sounds kind of interesting. Okay, let's go. I wasn't really looking for fun tonight, but this doesn't sound bad. Wonderful. Glad you're both getting along so well. Now, moving on. What should we do about little Miss Coldfeet over here, Silver Shinobi? Muramasa and I'll bring her there, whether she wants to go or not. Guess that's all we can do, huh? I got the left side, you get the right. Ah, no, don't make me do this! I don't want to go to the ball dressed like this. I don't want to run into anyone I know. You're a king, right, Oberon? You can go ring the bell. Just don't forget to bring me a souvenir. Something tasty would be nice. Cut that out. No proper child of prophecy would ever say that. Do you know how many aspiring Cinderellas would give their eye teeth for an invitation to this ball? Deal with it. Oberon? Was that you doing a wicked stepmother? I'm sorry, I just didn't expect Artoria to be so stubborn about this. Do you have some ball-related trauma? Did you get mistaken for a server or something at one before? Don't be silly. Of course I never had anything that embarrassing happen to me. It's just, I'm basically...
You know who else has never had something that embarrassing happen to her? My mom!
Hey, Kojin.
Hello, Kojin. You were a little late.
I'm just, I'm basically the face of the Round Table Army now, so I don't want to go there underdressed. Oh, is that all? Well, don't worry then. Nothing better or more formal for a warrior than to wear their battle dress. Then again, if you prefer, you could always have Silver Shinobi go on ahead. But I doubt you'll be able to find him again later, so it'll just be you and Muramasa in the ball in that case. I don't see a problem with that. Okay, I'll go. I'll go already. Just don't leave me behind.
Hey, Silver.
What's
you
up?
think John would go if Astolfo was at that ball?
No. No. If Morgan were there, then I would be singing a different tune.
You know I had to do it to you, John.
I know, and that's the worst part.
Whoa. Yep, this is amazing. I never would have thought there was such a fancy ballroom next to the auction house. It's Fey domain within a Fey domain. Top-notch, otherworldly reality marble, the likes of which you rarely get to see. You can tell since the inside of this building is clearly bigger than the outside. Whatever it is, it's damn impressive. If this place is any indication, Miriam might just be the best damn gardener I've ever seen. Hell, view's so great it even got Artoria to calm down. I'll have you know this is my second time here, so it's not like I was entranced by the scenery. I was mostly wondering why Miriam hasn't bothered to greet us after she invited us. Whoop, Artoria is pissed now. Once she gets over herself, she really is a dependable ally. You're right.
And who else is a dependable ally?
I'm sad. Thank you.
My mom.
I hate you.
Ugh,
It's a new material, but
you're right. Now that you mention it, I don't see her anywhere.
You know who else is a dependable ally and not my mom?
oh,
Celia.
Yeah, I would have thought she'd be the first to use the Child of Prophecy to liven things up at her part. May I have your attention, distinguished guests? On behalf of Lady Murian, the owner of this beautiful building, I would like to apologize for her tardiness. I've been told she should arrive in about 1 hour, so please relax and enjoy yourselves in the meantime. So Miriam isn't even here yet. And there's no sign of Oberon either. What do you think?
Maybe she's underneath Astolfo's huge.
Dude, you really need some new material. Habitrot can tell you, you just need to get a tailor.
I was just trying to get John mad.
oh my Alpha! What? I never thought I'd see Habitrot of all people catch this type of stray.
No. I'm just saying she could tell you you need to get a tailor.
Probably up on so his mouth shut.
What do you think, Silver Shinobi? Should we just go sneak into the bell tower now? I don't think so. Now that we've come this far, we may as well... Looks like we got a new arrival. Oh wow, all the fairies are making way for... What? Damn. Hey, look. Who's that girl next to Aurora? Aurora's an exceptional beauty, but that fairy next to her is something else. I see. So you go for the prim and proper young lady types, huh, Muramasa? Got nothing to do with what I like. I'm just being objective here.
Brit.
Guess Muramasa and Kakuin have something in common then.
They go for the MILFs.
Why am I catching
Yep.
a stray?
And then there's this asshole. It's Beryl. And Tomlin Tristan. Yeah, that tracks. Of course Morgan's daughter's here. So that's Miriam's game, huh? She sure is a vindictive
Kidding,
little...
Mommy's thing.
Nice eggplant farming here.
So that's Miriam's game, huh? She sure is a vindictive little brat, isn't she? Or maybe she's a perfectionist? One who's clearly not going to be satisfied until she downright obliterates anyone who defies her? I guess that's the last of the big guests? Are you looking for someone? Oh, no, it's nothing. I was just kind of wondering if Noknariav is here, that's all. Thank goodness she's not. I won't have to hear all their snide remarks about how she's so much better than me. Good day, child of prophecy. Congratulations on your victory at Londinium. Coral! I'm so sorry. I hope I wasn't being too loud. Oh gosh, I was, wasn't I? I'm sorry. I'm from the country, so
Yes,
I'm totally out of
you
place
were being
here.
loud. You were being loud. Like John when he's alone with Morgan.
God fucking damn it, Kojin.
I mean, he ain't wrong.
Don't encourage him.
Hey, I'm not encouraging him.
The fact that
Or
you...
Silver when he's alone with Kato Danzo.
What was that you said about not encouraging him? Anyway, still, it's nice of you to come say hello. I know how you feel, but it's okay. There's nothing to be nervous about. Miriam's cast a spell in this ballroom that hides attendancees' faces from anyone who doesn't already know them. So please, relax. You don't have to worry about anyone you don't know seeing you here. These kinds of parties don't happen every day. It's best to enjoy them while you can. I see. Thank you, Coral. You know, I have to say, you look like you're much more at ease here than you were in Salisbury. I assure you, I'm not the least bit giddy about being here. I'm only here to guard Lady Aurora. Let me remind you, foreign mage, you may have been invited here, but you're still just a human. I suggest that you remember your place and not speak your mind so freely if you know what's good for you. Yep, nope, she's still a bitch. Thanks for the warning. You're always worried about humans' welfare, aren't you? That was your way of telling him that speaking to other fairies that way could cause big trouble, right? Don't go putting words in my mouth. I intended nothing of the sort. I'm not like Lady Aurora. I have no fondness for humans, and I don't think of them as equal in any way. Is that so? 'Cause the way I see it, Aurora might let humans do whatever they want, but you actually tell them what they need to hear. So, between the two of you, you seem like you actually treat humans much more kindly than... Silence. I don't care what kind of fairy you are or what clan you're from. To slander Lady Aurora is to slander the entire Wind Clan. And daring to compare her with the likes of me? Absolutely unthinkable. I see now it was foolish of me to bother paying my respects to the Child of Prophecy. This is supposed to be a gala for distinguished guests. Brush up on your etiquette before you consider attending another. Gotcha. Sorry about that. But before you go, do you mind if I just ask one more question? I couldn't help but notice that other fairy next to Aurora. Is she serving as her escort tonight? Even though you're her right-hand fairy? No fairy shines more brightly than Lady Aurora. Only the most beautiful of fairies deserves to stand by her side. As such, I'm happy to offer up
Basically, bar guest.
As such, I'm happy to offer up my seat to one more suitable like her. Even if she is a grotesque creature who crawled her way up from the foulest sludge imaginable. Oh, they got some beef.
Am I lying though, John? Am I lying about bar guest? Or is he?
He's probably preoccupied. You don't think you might have been a little hard on her, Da Vinci? Oh, well, that was a bust. I've been wondering just how different Coral's and Aurora's values really are for a while now, so I thought I'd take this chance to see for myself. But I guess I went a little too far. How different their values are.
Kojin?
What did you people say to Coral? I've never seen her so upset before. I keep hearing that sound effect, and I'm wondering where the hell it's coming from.
Okay. I think I speak for you when I say that Steve deserves a better class of man than that. King is wet.
Alright.
He is wet.
You're the fairy who was with Aurora. Hmm? Oh, right. I'm not wearing my armor today, am I? Pardon me. This isn't our first meeting, but it is my first time properly introducing myself. I'm Tomlin Lancelot. Welcome to the ball, Artoria, Silver Shinobi. And who might...
Some beautiful words.
And who might you be, young lady? Would you mind if I asked your name? Not at all. I'm Leonardo da Vinci. Pleasure to meet you. Da Vinci? What? What? I might be Caldea's technical advisor, but I'm still an artist first and foremost. I can't help but appreciate beauty wherever I find it. Oh God. It's that whole...
So cute.
It's that whole situation with that fake Alexander again.
Jim, what were you gonna say?
Well, damn if you don't seem like a totally different person. Is this what you look?
Jim, don't. For the love of God.
Is this what you're like when you're not?
Please.
Guys, behave.
I'm over this. Go, Jim. Still eat those for the love of God.
Billy, what?
All right.
Like
Let's-
done with me.
Madman actually did it.
Oh. When you try to pack up barrel, you're on your own. I'm gonna save your ass. This I have to put up with.
I'm just gonna. There. Well, damn if you don't seem like a totally different person. Is this what you're like when you're not in armor? I'm sorry. Have we met? You mean you don't remember? You knocked me off a damn castle and filled me full of holes. Oh, you must be Muramasa. I'm sorry. I never got a good look at your face. I do remember you, though. Gutting you like a fish was so much fun. I knew you must still be alive. I had a feeling we would get to fight again someday. I wonder when our next fight will be. Maybe you'll finally manage to cut off my head? Oh, I can't wait to punch that cobbled together spirit core right out of you. Yeah. Right on. The hell? She kind of reminds me of Oberon. She's the princely type. A total prince. No wonder she's been gifted Lancelot's name. You wouldn't happen to be Avalon's... Oh, right. Aurora told me not to let my true personality show too much. Congratulations on your victory at Londinium. We may be enemies, but that was a battle well fought, and I must commend you. Also, there's one thing I'd like to ask you. How is Percival doing? I've been told he's still alive, but is he hurt at all? Or is there anything unusual about him? Nope, he seems fine. Do you know Percival? I'm his big sister. Oh, his big sister. Well, no wonder you're worried about... Percival's big sister? Okay, apparently that was the thing that tripped people up about. Alright. Give me a second. see. Tomlin Lancelot? She just up and left after telling us she was Percival's sister. So the strongest human and the strongest fairy are siblings. Wow. Percival kept this pretty close to his chest. I don't think he was hiding it from us. There was just never any reason to bring it up. Is this something most people in Britain know about Artoria? No, not at all. In fact, I don't think most people would believe it if we told them. I could barely believe it. I just heard it straight from Lancelot. Then I guess Percival wants to keep it a secret. It'd probably be hell on the Round Table Army's morale to know their commander is actually Lancelot's brother. But that oblivious Tomlin just spilled the beans like it was nothing. I swear, Tomlin just seem to go around doing whatever the hell they want all the time, don't they? So, what do we do now? It's not a big deal. I think we could just keep this to ourselves. It's not as though Percival and Lancelot are in contact, and it's not our place to comment on their relationship as siblings. Got it. If you're okay with that, we don't mind keeping it quiet. I still don't get how they could be siblings at all when Percival's human and Lancelot's a fairy. Probably adoptive. It's not uncommon for fairies to adopt humans as their children. So I'd guess Lancelot and the fairy who took Percival in are old acquaintances. Well, this explains why I didn't want to go near Salisbury. Could the fairy who took in Percival be... You there, human. That's right, I'm talking to you.
Freaking minutes, John, in this voice chat.
I just, like, muted the whole thing, so, yeah. Anyway. One of the Tamlin said that they wanted to talk to you out on the terrace. Get out there, and fast. Make sure you're on your best behavior, too. They really want to see me? Well, you are the only human here, so... What are you going to do? Are you going to see what she wants? As long as all of you come with me. Of course. Even with Mirian's rules in place, this is still enemy territory. And the terrace is a private area, so no other fairies will bother us there. It's perfect for clandestine conversations. And I guess Lancelot must have more she wanted to ask us about, after all. Fine with me. Honestly, I was hoping to observe her a little more anyway. By which I mean her outfit. Just her outfit. I thought I could pick up some tips from its construction, you know? I'm just chuckling over the fact that Muramasa has a type. Probably because he's a Shiro face. Oh, fart! I'm impressed you accepted an invitation from the enemy. Not that I ever doubted you would. That dress looks good on you. Of course it does. I'm a lord. I'm not so barbaric as to wear armor to a ball. Good evening, Barguest. We haven't seen you since that night in the Welsh forest. We also have no idea what kind of disciplinary measures you had to face afterwards. If you have something you want to say to us, why don't you start with that? What is it, Barguest? Is this for Silver Shinobi's ears only or something? No, not exactly. It's not that, Da Vinci. You just captivate her. Come on, Barguest, spit it out already. We don't have all night here. I know. I'm a busy woman myself, so I'll keep this brief. Da Vinci, was it? I'm currently confined to my territory, and I've been relieved of my duty to protect Britain. Consequently, I have no reason to raise a hand to the Child of Prophecy now. I wasn't even planning to attend this ball at all until I realized I might see you all here. So I swallowed my pride and came here to speak with you. Does that answer your question? Sure does. I know you don't mean us any harm right now, but I had to be sure you understand. Pay it no heed. You're the foreign mage's advisor. I understand you had to ask. Now, here is my question for you. I'd like you to tell me whatever you can about the outside world. About proper human history. High Queen Morgan has given me a broad overview, but I still know nothing of its history, or what things are truly like there. I would like to know if you are actually merciless arbitrators, barbaric invaders, or well-meaning visitors who truly wish to know our history. Well, I guess kind of extending an olive branch of sorts. And there you go. That's all I can tell you in the limited time we have. Our battles in the Lost Belts have been to reclaim our history and our future. This place isn't our target now, but it is still a Lost Belt that will eventually need to be pruned. But that doesn't mean we have any issue with this Lost Belt's inhabitants, or that we want to erase its history. Even though this may be a zero-sum game where only a Lost Belt or proper human history can ultimately survive. That's an issue between worlds, not residents. Is that how you feel too, Silver Shinobi? I see. You truly are a young man of integrity, aren't you? In that case, let me now ask you this. Do fairies exist in proper human history as well? Yep. Life isn't exactly easy for them, but we do still have fairies in Britain's woods. There are also fairies in Ireland, the Isle of Skye, and France just across the channel. Ireland? Skye? France? I see. Alright, setting those questions aside for later. What about calamities and moors? Do those exist too? Nope. We don't have anything like those here. What a peaceful world yours must be. I envy the fairies who inhabit it. Okay then, let's say, strictly hypothetically, what if we were to... No, never mind, that would be asking for far too much. I learned what I wished to know. My apologies for taking up your time. Yes, Barghest, you could move to proper human history. How did you know? I didn't think that would even occur to you. Oh, please, it wasn't hard to figure out. And I have no doubt Silver Shinobi feels the same after talking to you. Barghest, you've always seemed more focused on protecting the fairies of Britain than the land itself. The whole reason you agreed to serve Morgan is because she was keeping Britain safe. But if she has no intention of protecting its people, you'd have to find another way to do so yourself. So it makes perfect sense that you'd consider moving them to a more peaceful place, like proper human history. But is such a thing even possible? The inhabitants of a Lost Belt can only survive inside their Lost Belt. And the fairies of Britain are doomed to be used and discarded as mere tools for High Queen Morgan. True, that was the case for the other Lost Belts, but Britain is different. It really is possible for you and the other fairies to exist in proper human history, Barghest. It won't exactly be easy, of course. There are a number of major hurdles that would need to be overcome first. Yeah, like getting a green card. But they're nothing that can't be resolved through peaceful discussion. And I'm sure we could manage that as long as we have kind-hearted fairies like you and Artoria leading the others. I see. Then it seems I need to make a decision as well. Da Vinci, Silver Shinobi, I'd like you to come to my domain, Manchester. I have a proposition I'd like to discuss with you there. I understand if you still can't trust me. Just hearing what you had to say has been enlightening enough. Aww. Alright,
今年もいよいよ っしゃいマスター君。カタログはこっちだよ。退屈がてらおすす。暑さ対策はきちんとされていますか？先
Let's see, this one's got a big question mark, so... Sorry I'm late. Took me longer to get in than I thought. Was that our guest I just saw leaving? Looks like whatever she wanted must have been pretty serious. She didn't challenge you to a duel or something, did she? Well... I see. So she's thinking about emigrating to proper human history. Oh, there's something I hadn't considered. But that's just the kind of bold thinking I'd expect from her. Definitely an idea worth pursuing. Wish I could have been there for that discussion. So, what did you tell her? That was as far as we got. It's too dangerous a topic to discuss here. So she asked us to come to Manchester to talk it over. What do you think, Oberon? Manchester, huh? Not sure I like the sound of that. The rule of Barghest's domain is survival of the fittest. A very literal dog-eat-dog world where the weak are just meat for the strong. I'm not talking natural laws here either. This is something everyone there truly believes. In Manchester, the weak offer themselves up to the strong, and the strong think nothing of exploiting the weak. The very idea of fighting for their lives never even crosses their minds. Gloucester's FAE domain is designed to let the weak and strong coexist on equal footing. But Manchester's is all about letting the strong do whatever they like, the weak be damned. Still, if you're absolutely positive that Barghest won't try to attack you there, then I suppose you could pay her a visit. Becky didn't seem like she meant us any harm, but she's also definitely a carnivore. So if she did decide to eat us, there wouldn't be anything we could do to stop her? Not really. You know the stories about the Black Dog Duchess, right? Barghest has taken a number of lovers over the years, but none of her relationships have lasted very long. They say she'll marry her then-boyfriend and drag him back to her mansion, and by the next day she'll have eaten them whole. The only creatures in all of Britain who eat fairies are the black dogs and Barghest. She may struggle against her nature, trying to be civilized, but those instincts always win out eventually. There's a reason she's so widely feared. I really can't endorse this plan. So that's why she's called the Black Dog Duchess. Come to think of it, Mike said something about her too. Gawain of many loves, Gawain the glutton. Always hungry, never satisfied. She'll take a lover one day and eat them up the next. She seemed pretty sincere to me, but I guess that could just be part of her nature as a fairy. Let's forget about Barghest for now. We still have an objective of here, and we should focus. Bell tower's right next to this hall. In fact, we can sneak in there from this terrace. I think it would be best if we handled that now before the ball ends. Are you ready, Artoria? Yeah, okay. After everything else that's happened, I'm not even nervous anymore. Come on, Silver Shinobi. Let's go ring that third bell. Emigrating, huh? What a clever idea you've had, Barghest. And just after you burned down the Welsh forest, too. Good. No sign that magical energy's been used anywhere. Nice work with that lock, Artoria. Did a hell of a job. Like a modern-day Nezumi Kozo, or Jiraiya. I don't know who those proper human history fairies are, but something about their names tells me that wasn't a compliment. Now that you mention it, there were lots of fairies who love to play pranks, but I've never heard of one who likes to steal money. Of course you haven't. Ordinarily, fairies would never have any need for money. It's only because Morgan created currency that fairy society started building banks to keep their property safe, and why lockpicking was developed in the first place. It's not easy to open human-made safes with fairy sacraments alone, so now we have lockpicking. Merlin said something to that effect too. Something about these skills being useful on a journey like mine. Come to think of it, I never did ask her about Merlin. Artoria, you said Merlin taught you magecraft, right? Did he live in Tintagel too? Actually, I've never seen him in person. I only heard his voice whenever I was by myself. He said he'd been imprisoned by a scary queen, but that he could still teach me magecraft if I didn't mind distance learning. So that's how I learned the basics of magecraft. Everything else I basically came up with on my own. I see. Sounds a lot like what happened with proper human histories, Artoria. By day, her adoptive father taught her the ways of knighthood, and when she was asleep, Merlin taught her what she would need to know to be king. Yep, that part is more or less the same here in Fairy Britain, too. Hang on. Are you all hearing that chatter, too? That fairyum you saw below was child's play. Fancy illusion, nothing more. But this is Gloucester, the city of trends, brands, and joy. It needs more than a party to liven things up. It needs excitement, stakes, pathos, drama. Which is why I've prepared a once-in-a-lifetime show for all of you to enjoy. This audition will decide the true queen. The winner of this battle will chart Fairy Britain's very future. Now, get ready to howl with laughter and gasp in envy, because it's time for the main event. What? Where'd all those masked fairies come from? I knew it. I knew you were up to something like this, Miriam. Allow me to introduce the contenders once again. Up on the stage now, we have one of the hottest couples in all the land. Tamlin Tristan, Her Majesty's beloved daughter, and Lord Beryl Gut, Her Majesty's fiancé.
Oh, been a while.
Hey! What's going on, man?
Just doing some stuff in a French JP account currently.
Ah.
Also, I thought it was funny. You know that three-headed wolf scene?
Yeah.
Hello, masters. Many readers, yes. Too much for Sotagata rolling masters like yourselves. A three-headed overall. Yawn.
Jesus. Let's see.
Oh,
Alright. Hang on.
holding me back.
Let's see. Their opponent is the wind of change sweeping across Britain itself, Einzel's prophesied savior. Artoria, the child of prophecy, and Lord Silver Shinobi, the foreign mage. It will be here on this stage that Tristan and Artoria's fated showdown began. And I'm also told that Lord Beryl and Lord Silver Shinobi have an even deeper connection. Can you think of a better matchup? I certainly can't. Now, come to the stage. Whatever I may think, Gloucester's Belle will not reject one capable of defeating Tamlin Tristan. This is amazing.
Very.
Trust Lady Miriam to give us what we didn't even know we wanted. Lady Tristan means business this time. That's a traditional combat fairy outfit if I've ever seen one. And I have. Oh my gosh. No matter how many times I see Beryl Good, there's just something indescribably wonderful about him. Oh god, we have a simp here. Just look at his limber stature, his strong muscular limbs. He looks like an expert dancer. The Child of Prophecy must be quite the looker too, seeing how she defeated Lord Woodwose. I can't wait to see what the Savior of Britain looks like. Oh, crap.
Hmm?
It's too late. She's already trying to sneak away. Get back here, Artoria. There's no getting out of this now. No, let me go. I can't do this. No, seriously, I can't. Just kick her onto the stage. It won't matter once she's up there. Run! What do we do, Muramasa? Miriam, a stage like this has got to have a dressing room, right? Where's it at? Oh, if it isn't Muramasa. Glad to see you're still alive and well. Yes, there is a dressing room right behind the stage. What's this about? Great. Give us a minute. Hey, Silver Shinobi, come here a second. Hmm? Aw, man, where'd they go? Are they seriously not gonna fight after we went through all this trouble? Of course not. Nobody in their right mind would ever fight me. This isn't like the last time. There's no rule against magecraft. I'm wearing a much more glamorous outfit. And I've got you here with me. It's a shame I won't be able to cut that cheeky tongue of hers out. But I can live with watching her run off with her tail between her legs. In fact, I actually feel sorry for her. I mean, can you imagine anything more hilarious than a pathetic low-class fairy being paraded around as the child of prophecy of all things? You couldn't find anyone more miserable in all of Britain. Oh, yeah? We'll just see about that. We just had to get her some drip. Huh? Stand up straight, no slouching. Right, okay. Deep breaths, deep breaths. Well, you said you're a bit, Tristan. But what's with that totally obscene outfit? I am Artoria, the child of prophecy, and on my honor as a caster, I'm going to ring the bell of pilgrimage whether you like it or not. Try to get in my way and I'll cut you and those tastefully expensive heels down to size. Oh, snap. Ha! Kitty's got claws. Still, I didn't think you'd know a decent high heel if it stepped on you. But all this big talk is going to make losing much more embarrassing. I feel sorry for you, sure. But that doesn't mean I'm going to spare you. Huh? Wait, you actually think you're stronger than me? Oh, now I actually feel kind of bad. Oh! I really do have nothing but pity for you, you know. You've had plenty of practice running home and crying to mommy, right? I mean, I think so, since this'll be your second crack at it. No, it won't. You're the one who's gonna be crying after I tear you apart. Ouch. Tristan can't hold a candle to her trash talk, huh? Guess it's hard to compete with someone who's used to bottling up her frustrations. Anyway, I would have liked to chat with you a little more, Silver Shinobi, but since this is a 2-on-2 battle, well, it was never gonna go any other way, right?
Alright, you fatherless monster.
Hold on. Personally, this is my very first time fighting a master, and I'm going up against a seasoned veteran who's defied death more times than I can count. So I plan on treating this as a learning experience. Let's enjoy killing each other, shall we, Kohai? That's
oh, you just so dry in my mouth. Terrible such.
You're kind of roboting, so I don't know if that makes it more or less cursed that you say that.
Either way, I wanted it to be terrifying, so I think it kind of worked out for me.
Well,
John's joke.
we ninja are persistence hunters. We always get our quarry.
But for me, I'm going to enjoy slowly torturing you, Beryl. And I've got some friends of mine who share that sentiment. So let's do this.
All right.
One last run.
Ooh. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna hold off on that.
Yeah, we're pretty much at time anyway.
No, not that. I'm going through this battle. I'm just.
Alright. Look. Silver,
Yeah.
every opportunity they hold me back from wanting to tear a barrel apart. And all he did was screw around for 2 hours. Guess what, man? He just found out.
All right. Let's see. FAE vampirism, right.
Skills. Other two are Kamalkin and Queen Scion or something. I don't know.
Alright, she's fully charged, so around Caliburn, and just in time to defend against her Fetch Fail Knot, I believe.
Yeah.
それはいつか来る兆しの星、希望の地、楽園の後、誰に呼ばれるまでもなく、あなたは星をかざすでしょう。運命は誰のために、アラウンドカイマン。ここでまっすぐ。
Okay, things are going all right.